Welcome to our channel. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Kana. Imagine a machine so silent it sneaks past enemy radar like a shadow in the night. A flying wing with no tail, no shape, no noise, just raw precision and stealth. This isn't science fiction. This is the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber, a 2 billion ghost in the sky capable of delivering nuclear destruction without ever being seen. Born in the paranoia of the Cold War, raised in secrecy, and deployed with surgical silence, the B-2 is not just an aircraft. It is a symbol of technological supremacy. Today, we uncover the untold story of how it was born, what makes it truly invisible, the missions it's flown, and how it might be replaced by something even scarier. This is the story of the B-2 Spirit from inception to impact. In the late 1970s, the Cold War was at its peak. The US and the Soviet Union were locked in a silent arms race, stockpiling nuclear warheads and building ever more sophisticated delivery systems. America had a problem. Soviet radar and air defense systems were getting too good. The B-52 Stratofortress, America's primary nuclear bomber, was becoming obsolete, large, slow, and easily detectable. So, in 1979, the Pentagon launched the Advanced Technology Bomber Program, a secret initiative to develop a plane that couldn't be seen on radar. Northrop Corporation, known for its work on flying wing designs dating back to the 1940s, proposed something radical, a sleek, tailless, bat-shaped aircraft that absorbed radar signals instead of reflecting them. It would be silent, smooth, and terrifying. Development began under a veil of absolute secrecy. Only a handful of officials even knew the true extent of the project. Billions were poured into black budgets. Engineers signed lifetime NDAs, and testing was done in remote desert bases under heavy military guard. The result was aircraft technology decades ahead of its time. B-2 is the only operational flying wing bomber in the world, a design that eliminates vertical surfaces, which are easy for radar to detect. Every curve, every angle of the B-2 is calculated to scatter radar waves away from the source. Its skin is covered in radar-absorbent materials, RAM, including special coatings that literally eat radar signals. But stealth isn't just about radar. The B-2's 4 General Electric 418 GE100 engines are buried deep within the wing to minimize heat signature. The exhaust passes through zigzag ducts, cooling the air before it exits, reducing the plane's infrared profile. Even its fuel is treated with chemicals to reduce vapor trail visibility. The plane is controlled by a quadruple redundant fly-by-wire system because with no tail or stabilizers, it would be impossible for a human pilot to fly it manually. It's aerodynamically unstable by design, but computers keep it level, balanced, and deadly accurate. Inside, the B-2 carries up to 40 0-pounds of ordnance, including nuclear weapons like the B-61 and B-83 bombs, and conventional bombs like JDAMs and GBU-57 bunker busters. 2 internal bays hide all payloads. No missiles or bombs are ever visible. Everything is concealed to maintain stealth. The B-2 was first publicly revealed in 1988, but it wasn't until 1999 that it saw real combat. During Operation Allied Force in Kosovo, B-2s took off from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, flew 30-hour missions across the Atlantic, bombed Serbian targets with GPS-guided precision, and returned home all without being refueled mid-air. The enemy never saw them coming. Then came Afghanistan, post 9/11. In Operation Enduring Freedom, B-2s struck Taliban and Al-Qaeda targets deep in mountainous terrain. Flying missions that lasted more than 44 hours, with multiple in-air refuelings, B-2s proved one thing: distance was no longer a barrier. In Iraq 2003, B-2s destroyed Saddam Hussein's heavily guarded command centers during shock and awe. In Libya 2011, they demolished air defense systems in Operation Odyssey Dawn. In 2017, amid tensions with North Korea, B-2s flew visible deterrence runs over the Pacific, reminding Pyongyang that any hostile move could invite a silent storm from above. Despite flying into the most heavily defended airspaces on Earth, no B-2 has ever been shot down. That's the power of true stealth. Let's talk money. Each B-2 Spirit costs over $2.1 billion, making it the most expensive aircraft ever built. And that doesn't even include the operational and maintenance costs. The aircraft requires a climate-controlled hangar, custom stealth coating repairs, and round-the-clock inspections. Only 21 B-2s were ever built, and just 20 remain in service. One was lost in a crash in Guam in 2008, the only B-2 ever destroyed. Pilots go through months of specialized training, and missions are planned with military-level secrecy. Even satellite overpasses are considered during flight planning. But the cost is justified by its capability. The B-2 can penetrate any enemy airspace, reach any target on Earth within hours, and disappear without a trace. It's not just a bomber, it's a psychological weapon. Enemies know it could be there, and they wouldn't even hear it coming. Even legends must evolve. As technology advances and threats grow, the US Air Force is preparing to retire the B-2 by the early 2030s. Its successor? The B-21 Raider, another stealth bomber developed by Northrop Grumman, inspired by the B-2, but cheaper, smarter, and even more survivable. The B-21 will use modern stealth materials, AI-assisted avionics, and be capable of both manned and unmanned operations. Unlike the B-2, it's built from the ground up for ease of maintenance and large-scale production. Over 100 B-21s are planned compared to just 21 B-2s. But make no mistake, the B-2 Spirit changed aerial warfare forever. It proved that you don't have to be seen to strike, that fear can be delivered silently, and that air dominance isn't about firepower alone, it's about precision, stealth, and technological superiority. So next time you look up at the sky and see nothing, remember, something might still be there, watching, waiting, ready to strike. The B-2 Spirit is not just a machine, it's a message from the shadows.